Hello, welcome back to the channel. So I did do a Skytear cinematic showcase and review, which is linked right up here. Today we're taking a look at a very long overdue Skytear expansion preview. So the expansion is called the Ashen Pass, or Into Ashes. So thank you to Giacomo from Skytear for sending that over to me. I'm sorry I did receive this for quite some time, but I finally got a chance to be able to do this kind of video. So now here I am, excited to show you what I have here. Now there are only a couple of components I have to show you today, so it's going to be a nice, short and sweet quick overview video. Now first off, what I have here is the Ashen Pass in a nice little tube, and it says, "The war for Skytear has begun and new alliances are forming. Banners of fur and bones march toward the Ashen Fortress, while a legion of sand and brimstone is ready to stop the invasion at Ashen Pass." Now Ashen Pass is a new battlefield with 1 lane and 2 domes. In here is a neoprene mat at 35 by 40 centimeters. There are some additional rules also added to the game, which is to destroy the enemy nexus, which has 5 health points, to win and conquer the Ashen Pass. Now in terms of the setup, we have the Skytear token, which is used to track the current turn number, which goes on the HP tracker, and there is no turn limit. Teams will also share the same HP tracker using a different orientation to distinguish their hero tokens. So team building for games really is tricky, and I do like it when games end up having the same health tracker. If people have individual health markers, it tends to be a little bit less team oriented. Without a shared health pool, I feel like it kind of loses the effect of the whole team building aspect, because then you're just playing 1v1, v1, v1. That makes sense, right? So I do like how the HP is shared between teams. Now this time for heroes, each team picks 4 heroes using their preferred drafting and deck building method. The first 3 heroes being drafted must be placed adjacent to the friendly nexus. So for heroes, each team picks 4 heroes instead of 3. That makes things very interesting, because now we have a completely different dynamic added to the whole 3-team dynamic. A couple others. For the minions, once heroes are picked, each team spawns 3 minions adjacent to the control token, starting from the second player. Teams will also spawn 2 minions each during the minions phase, and can spawn new minions with effects during the hero's phase, even though there is no friendly tower in the lane. Now for the minions, that's kind of interesting too, because I don't remember at least, minions having a specific effect in the base game itself. So for the expansion, to give the minions a little bit more power, I'm up for that. The domes, each team may bring an outsider of their choice that will belong to the dome on their side of the board. The winner of each control token in the domes is determined before activating any outsider. Now I did hear about that. I think there are more outsiders that you can choose from now, which is really cool. And lastly, for the reserve, defeated heroes do not respawn. Instead, when the first hero of each team is defeated, that team's 4th hero must be placed as close as possible to a friendly nexus. This newly placed hero will be ready if the defeated hero was ready before being defeated, or exhausted otherwise. So actually the game does stick with 3 heroes, but the 4th hero is kind of like a sub, and this time there is no hero respawn. So I think it seems like you have to be a little more careful with your character choices. You can't really just ram them through like what I used to do, since they respawn anyway. So that is definitely an interesting mechanic that I look forward to. So opening up the Ashen Pass box, here we have a very nice, thick neoprene mat. Very, very thick mat. Ooh, now check this out over the main board. So this neoprene mat is very thick. It feels very sturdy. I love the texture and feel of it. The bottom also feels rubberized too as well. We also have on the sides the health markers of all the heroes, which is really cool and nice. Nice that it's embedded into the mat itself instead of having like an extra rectangular cardboard lane over here. So that is the Ashen Pass. Next up, we have a deck of cards. So this one is the Into Ashes Skytear Pass. Here is the back, and it reads, "Build decks never seen before with 30 new power cards. Win by defeating the outsider with the Hunting for Power victory condition. Unleash the might of Bralvar with Avalanche, his new ultimate power. 30 power cards, 1 ultimate card, and 1 victory card." Now it looks like our new hero here, Bralvar, is a frost class, ice class, which I don't mind at all. Water is always my favorite anyway, so I'm up for that. There's nothing more satisfying than opening a brand new deck of cards. Now here we have a couple sets of Doom. We have Mindfulness. This character already, the artwork on this, absolutely stunning. Look at that. Just looks like an old, wise, extremely powerful elder. We have Overflow. We have 3 more guides. We have Skytear Drain for the green faction, which I forget the name of. We have Stone Barricade, Exhaustion. So it looks like everything comes in triplicates. We have Refract. Man, like the artwork in this game is just stunning though, I'll tell you that. Skytear Discharge, Psychic Shield, and lastly, here is our hero, Avalanche. So Avalanche's ability reads, push an adjacent hero 1 hex and apply slow to them. Move Bralvar into the hex that they were in. Repeat this effect up to 3 additional times. Very cool. This hero kind of reminds me of like a Frost version of a Super Saiyan 4 form. So for this victory condition, when a hero declares an attack action targeting the outsider, that hero's owner draws 1 power card. The outsider can be damaged and is considered both a friendly and an enemy hero. So we have the mat, we have the 30 cards, and lastly are just, I think, some additional map pieces and tokens. So here's an example of some of the new tiles and tokens. Here we have a brand new hex. Very cool, look at that fire dragon right here. We have some more interesting, unique layouts for hexes. And lastly are a bunch of tokens for each of the 4 factions, along with their correlative heroes and some outsiders. With that, my biggest question of the day is, have you had a chance yet to play Skytear? And if you haven't or have not, what do you think about it? And are you planning to get it? Or are you planning to get the expansion as well? Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.